Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rose Writes and I write and narrate Miraculous Ladybug fan fiction. Thank you so much to ChocoLuck Chipz for allowing me to use their amazing artwork in my thumbnail. I know my uploads have been really sporadic lately, so just thank you so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it, and Adrienette April, even though it's already May, is almost over. So if you've been enjoying it, don't forget to hit that little like button and subscribe to let me know. Now then, please enjoy Adrienette April, Day 27, Ring. No, Alia, we're not anywhere near ready for marriage, Marinette said, the phone held securely between her ear and shoulder. In her hand, she held a large laundry hamper, picking up dirty clothes strewn about the room, chasing dirty socks. One placed under the bed, the other under the desk. How did Adrian even manage that? I mean, I mentioned something about kids. It doesn't really matter how it came up, but it did. Okay, maybe I said something about it and I told him I wanted 3 of them. Marinette placed the phone on speaker so she could more efficiently work. Why, Marinette? Alia's tone grew exasperated as she exhaled into the phone, sounding like static. It doesn't matter why, but I did because I wanted to know how he felt, and you should have seen him, Alia. He looked like he was about to run away scared, like a cat with its tail between its legs, but didn't because I promised to buy dessert. Marinette came back into the bedroom toting a clean basket of socks and undergarments. Alia sprung into a long monologue on true love and some kind of advice that she'd heard her best friend spout thousands of times. Marinette made an effort to respond with yeah and at the appropriate times. She reorganized the sock drawer, adding clean ones into the mix. As her hand sifted through the drawer, she felt a hard box-like item inside one of the socks. Marinette sighed out under her breath. Why would he have something hidden in a sock? This man was more like his feline counterpart than she ever realized. Marinette fished her hand inside the sock, pulling out a small velvet box. The stupefied Marinette faintly heard her best friend say, "Have you got all that?" "Huh?" Marinette said, met with an annoyed sigh. "Sorry, I wasn't listening." Her eyes were glued to the box she felt afraid to open. "Alia, actually, I think I've got to let you go." "Don't you dare hang up on—" Click. The box beckoned to her. Her manicured hand hovered over the lid. To open or not to open? That was the question, and the moment said, "Marinette!" Adrian's voice sung, followed by a thud from the door closing. Crap! Marinette thought frantically. She inspected her surroundings. Where could she stash this? Come on, think fast! This is why she nearly failed her college improv class. Okay, back in the sock drawer it goes. She shook some socks on top of it to appear untouched. Marinette, where are you? His voice drew closer until he stood in the bedroom threshold, seeing his girlfriend sporting an unusual pose. He laughed, throwing his suit jacket on the bed. Marinette continued holding her strained pose, her eyes flitting to the jacket back to his face. You good, Mare? She broke her tableau, fleeing to his outer garment, picking it up before it wrinkled. Yup, just, practicing yoga. She placed the jacket on a hanger, stretching out her back as she walked to the closet. Okay. Adrian's eyes drifted to the laundry. Hey, want some help? He reached in the basket, grabbing a few pairs of socks. He moved to the sock drawer. The same drawer that housed the engagement ring she definitely wasn't meant to see. No! She said a bit too loudly. I mean, no! You've worked all day. Let me take care of it. Marinette blocked his entry to the dresser, grabbing at the mismatched socks from his hands. He couldn't know she had been accidentally snooping. Could someone accidentally snoop? If it was, possibly she had done it. I don't mind, babe. Pop on a podcast and let me help you. We rarely do housework together. I just want to spend some time with you. He gently kissed her forehead. Oh, macaroons. Why did he have to be so sweet? How could she possibly refuse? Maybe he wouldn't notice that the ring was totally not in the last spot he left it. Marinette nervously and out of habit chewed on her thumbnail, holding her breath as he placed the socks in the drawer. Maybe he wouldn't notice. Oh, dear Lord, he found the box. Of course he did. It wasn't like she made any motion to even hide it back in the sock. Her heart pounded like her head at a rave. Marinette, did you open this box? Her boyfriend held out the same small box she had seen moments before he came home. No! Something she could say honestly. Her anxiety caused her to move around the bedroom in a circle, trying to calm her nerves. I was just doing laundry and it was in a sock, so I took it out and I thought about opening, but I didn't because I'm basically the best girlfriend ever and I didn't want to make you upset and I was tempted, but of course I didn't open it. She rambled and rambled until finally stopped by Adrien grabbing her shoulders. He chuckled, shaking his head, his firm hands drifting from her shoulders to her hands. Marinette's eyes flickered from his eyes to the box placed atop the drawer, then back. Relax, Marinette. He reached behind him, taking the cube in his hands. I was planning on asking you tonight at dinner, but since the cat's out of the bag... He snickered at his cat pun, then settled on one knee at Marinette's feet. Wait, really? Now? I haven't showered and I'm sweaty and I'm wearing this stupid apron and... Marinette Elizabeth Dupin Chang. He interrupted, slowly opening the box to show a sparkling ring winking back at her. Will you marry me? So taken by shock, Marinette could hardly form words. No! Marinette shouted, covering her mouth. She backtracked as shocked and sadness covered Adrien's face. I mean, yes, but I ruined it. It was supposed to be a surprise, and I... Was that a yes? Adrien said with a hopeful lilt to his voice. He stood holding the ring out to her. Yes, I will marry you. In a fit of glee, Adrien twirled Marinette around their bedroom, her legs nearly knocking over the succulent that sat on the bedside table. Oops, she said after her now fiancé sat her down. Wow, fiancé. Marinette Dupin Chang had a fiancé! And it was Adrien Agreste. Her heart glowed brighter than the Eiffel Tower at midnight as she stared into his loving eyes. Adrien placed the ring on her finger, a dainty princess-cut diamond, embellished in rose gold with small diamonds surrounding the band. So, we're officially official? She squeaked, eyeing the beautiful ring her betrothed just gave her. Looks like it. He smiled that crooked smile she loved so much. He laced his fingers through hers, placing a kiss on each of her hands. So I can tell Alia? Marinette beamed. She had sort of hung up on Alia rudely, and she may want some kind of explanation. Adrien laughed, squeezing her hands. Sure, why not? Marinette squealed in delight, placing a kiss on her fiancé's lips, dancing and singing as she dialed up her best friend to tell her the news. Maybe Alia would forgive her for hanging up on her, but she had a good reason, right? Alia couldn't be too mad. Marinette would need a maid of honor after all. Thank you so much for listening. I had so much fun writing this, and I really enjoyed it, so I hope you did too. And if you did, please give this video a like and subscribe. Maybe share this video. That would be awesome if you can. And I will talk to you guys soon. Stay miraculous.